Hi gamers, this is Game Glitch Central here, bringing you a video on basically everything that I own that's Nintendo related. And I do have more games than this, but I'm only showing you the classical Nintendo games, in my opinion. With Nintendo 64 games, I'm showcasing you only 6. I do have another 7 in that shoebox over there. And these controllers actually come from that bag over there. All the other stuff are basically out of this room. This is a guest room, in case you've seen this room before in my previous video. This is actually a guest room. I just have my Nintendo 64 really hooked up, and the PS2, which never really gets touched. Mainly for Kingdom Hearts, but never really gets touched. I do play Need for Speed Most Wanted sometimes, but other than that, it never really gets touched. Yeah, I used to have a platinum GameCube that I got with Legend of Zelda Collector's Edition with the 4 classic games. I will be going over these games based on my opinion. A lot of people have different opinions, but I'm going to be giving my opinions on controllers, the console, and the games. So I guess we'll start off with the N64. We're going to go from classic to, we're going to go from retro to what we have now. So we have here a charcoal gray Nintendo 64 with a original gray controller that would come with every N64. A blue and yellow, yellow and blue, and gold controller. These two controllers were actually their original color, but I decided to do a dual tone with them. So if a collector is actually watching this, they might be familiar and know that there are controllers that look identical to these two, except they were Pokemon exclusive controllers that actually had a Pokemon insignia on the bottom of the Nintendo logo on the controller. So they're not official, but if I do plan to sell them, I'd sell them for maybe just a little bit extra than it was. Just simply because of the dual tone. Yeah, and they're actually very good. The yellow one has like a rough joystick, but this one's actually not too bad. So you know, they weren't too bad. This one I got for $25, and this one I got for $22. I got that one first, and then I got that one a little later, and then I actually got that one as my last controller. I do plan to get an extra 2 controllers, and I'm going to talk about that with this gold one in particular. This gold one, I plan to basically get a black controller, switch the bottom of the back of this controller with the black, and then I'm going to switch the bottom of this controller with the black front. And then I'm going to get a red controller, take the back of the gold and switch it with the red, and then switch the bottom of the red with this controller here. I know, like, I'm the only thing is that I have this thing where tritones just look 10 times better than having a see-through controller. Like, it's something that I never understood. How come they never thought of this? Or how come they never, like, they never took requests to make controllers that were tritone. So basically I'm doing this because I really enjoy it. Now the gold controller, how I said that I would put a black under it. If a collector is watching this, I do not plan to sell that. I plan to keep it based on like being proud of my creativity. So it looks very similar. It would look very similar to the E3 Gold and Black Star Fox 64 competition controller, but like I said, I do not plan to sell it. If I plan to sell it, I don't plan to sell it for $1,000, $2,000. No way in chance. Anyways, so that's the N64 right here. It runs perfectly well. There's nothing wrong with it. Anyways. Here we have the Wii, the 2006 Wii, and a bunch of controllers. 2006 Wii runs well. It is homebrewed and will allow you to play emulators or backups of Wii or GameCube games. I also have an SD card that has a list of virtual console games, pretty much all of them. Here is a gold Skyward Sword Wii Motion Plus controller. It is fantastic. Has the Hylian Bird and Triforce there. It looks really sick. I would like to get my hands on the gold nunchuck and a gold Wii Classic Controller Pro. And I would like to do a tritone of basically the two. Basically gold and black and gold. If I do get my hands on a black gold controller, I don't know how the disassembling would work. I will look into it. Maybe switch the bottom of the black with this one. Classic Controller Pro. Gotta say, it's 10 times better than the original Classic Controller. The feel of it is just outstanding, especially for Nintendo 64 games. No problems with that, actually. The original Wii controller, standard, does the job, but doesn't have Wii Motion Plus. You actually need an adapter to actually run the Wii Motion Plus for games like Wii Sports Resort and Skyward Sword. Original Classic controller. It's best for Super Nintendo games, not really the ideal option for Nintendo 64 games, in my opinion. We have the regular nunchuck, does the job, plays games like Legend of Zelda, Skyward Sword, Twilight Princess, Mario Galaxy, and Brawl and Mario Kart. GameCube controllers. Wavebird, we have two of them actually. Wavebird controller, unfortunately, it has a range, a stupid range actually. Only allows you to go slightly far away from the Wii, not all the way. But even if you are slightly far away, it functions well for quite some time and then doesn't function. It goes on and off as you're playing for quite some time, and it is very inconvenient for that matter. Original black, it's not in the best condition because it was used. I've had this for quite some time actually. I would like to actually switch the bottom of these two. If I get a tri-wing screwdriver, I'll probably do it. Unfortunately, the joystick on the black controllers, I don't know if everybody has this problem, but the joystick on the black controllers, when you go up, the range does not force all the way it should be. You will experience problems when you play games such as Metroid Prime, any of the Zelda games, or even Mario Sunshine. It actually has a problem when you go up. All the other rotations are fine. Diagonal down, though, what I'm really talking about. If you go up diagonal, it's not in the full range. This one works pretty well. I have no problems with it. Just slight problems, but it's not huge problems. Basically, our controller seems to think it's being pressed down even though it's not. But other than that, there's no real big issue. You hear the issue when you play games like racing game like F-Zero. Alright, so that's with the controllers. So the N64 games, I mentioned earlier that I have more than 6. I have another 7 in that shoebox right over there. I don't really know where else to put them, so, I just put them in a shoebox, just to make it a little more clean. So, who can deny that this game is just fantastic? This game is just extraordinary. I thought it was amazing. 10 out of 10, obviously, for this game. A lot of people can't say that this game is terrible. The lowest rating was 9.5 out of 10 or 4.5 out of 5, depending on how you rate it. I'll actually go this way. Banjo-Tooie. I've played Banjo-Kazooie. I gotta say this one's 10 times better because of the multiplayer. Just tremendous how they figured out, hey, let's make a GoldenEye kind of multiplayer thing shootout. And it was perfect. Like, they didn't have any issues. They did a really good job. definitely amazing. Unfortunately, it got a lot more 10 out of 10 ratings than Ocarina of Time. So a lot of people were wondering why was that the case. Ocarina of Time was just a better game than any other game you would possibly show here. But after playing it, you notice that it was a tremendous game. Smash Brothers. This was probably like the '90s mashup game. I don't think it was in the '90s. Maybe it was like just 2000s or early 2000s. This was the ultimate mashup game for the N64. Everybody enjoyed this game, and it was just tremendous. Uh, I do think the unlocking Mushroom Kingdom is quite stupid. Basically, you have to play as all the characters in classic mode, and then you have to play all the stages on versus mode, and then you have the stage unlocked. It was kind of dumb, but eh. Diddy Kong Racing. A lot of people thought this was a better game than Mario Kart 64 and Mickey's Speedway USA. I don't know the actual title of that, so I'm sorry if I said it incorrectly. This game, I don't know what it was, but the fact that it had an adventure mode just made it really, really good, but it was really, really hard, so you really need to know what you were doing. Mario Party 3. A really good game, but the second one was a lot better. The first one will remain classic. All the other ones suck. I'm sorry. I just think they all suck. But the N64 ones were 10 times better. Donkey Kong 64. Really nice cartridge designing. I think Nintendo made a good idea in using yellow. Their not for resale card is actually gray, and in Europe and Japan their card is actually gray. But I like the way North America chose yellow. They were pretty smart with that. And this was a really hard game. Actually required the expansion pack. This was a really hard game. I still haven't beaten it. Still have to. Alright, so I'm going to go quick with the other games because my phone's about to die. So, Other M, still haven't beaten it, but the fact that they decided to go from the Prime's first-person shooter to third-person shooter was was a good idea, actually. This game was not made by Retro Studios. It was made by some other Asian company that had the idea to making a third shooter style Metroid Prime trilogy. Fantastic game. Well, it's basically all three primes. It goes from Metroid Prime 1, Prime 2 Echoes, and Prime 3 Corruption. I actually still do have Prime 3 Corruption, like the actual legit copy. I just decided this is better and would fit all the other games. I enjoy the primes. I didn't enjoy Prime 2. I enjoyed Prime 3 a lot better than Prime 2. But Prime 1 is my I still think it's a better game. Smash Brothers Brawl. I thought it was pretty good, the fact that they added Sonic and a whole bunch of other characters. I was disappointed that Roy was removed. Roy and Pit almost look alike. But if you have a copy of Smash Brothers, there is actually a mod called Project M. Definitely would look into getting that. That is an extraordinary mod. Twilight Princess. This game was used to actually jailbreak the Wii originally. Now there's something called Letter Bomb, which is basically a exploit that is in the form of a letter in Wii message board. But this game was pretty outstanding. The only parts I didn't like was collecting the seeds while you were wolf form. It was just so long, especially the last one. Twilight Princess was a great game. I just thought the whole motivation of swinging the remote was actually unnecessary. It just felt more realistic that you were Link. I gotta be honest, I don't really like the form of feeling realistic in games. I just want to relax and enjoy, like, solving puzzles. Mario Brothers Wii. Mario Brothers Wii was a great game. The only thing is I gotta be honest. I'd rather um, play by myself than have a couple guys over. If I have a couple guys over, I'd play games like Smash Brothers Brawl, and Melee or Strikers. Um, but for some reason, I just prefer to play on my own. Mario Galaxy. Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 were outstanding games, especially the second one. The first one was pretty good. Started out the series well. Um, I don't know if there's going to be a third one. I think it'd be a great idea if they put a third one. Uh, Definitely a great adventure style, gotta say. Donkey Kong Country Returns. From the original Super Nintendo game, I gotta say I'm more of a fan of that than this. This game was a little bit overdone, especially the fact that Retro Studios was involved in making it, since Rareware left the projects of Nintendo creations for Donkey Kong and other games like Conquer and Banjo-Kazooie. Retro Studios took on the project, and they did well, but I gotta say, the levels were really hard, and the gameplay controls are just slightly a little bit hard. But that doesn't mean it was a terrible game. It was a great game, but it is very hard. Moving on to the GameCube titles, Star Fox Adventures. I don't know what it is with you guys, what you guys would think, but for some reason I have more respect for. Wow, this light's terrible. I have more respect for RPG games than like pure aerial shooting combat. Like, I don't know what it is, but the original Star Fox and Star Fox 64, I just cannot play. It's just too hard and too boring. These games were actually tremendous. I gotta be honest though, these two games are not mine. They're a friend of mine actually. I just decided to show it to you based on my opinion. So they're not really in my collection of Nintendo games. But, I mean, even if I do own a copy, I will shortly. Or what am I saying? This one actually belongs to me. This one doesn't. Sorry. Anyways, so this one was a great game. Definitely give it a 10 out of 10. Mario Sunshine. Harder than Mario Galaxy, I think. I don't know what it is. The water backpack is a great add-on. Unfortunately, I wish they still had it in Mario Galaxy 1 and 2. But Yoshi is with you in Mario Galaxy 2. So it doesn't really make a difference. Well, it does, but it's just a better experience with Flood and Yoshi Spring Juice. But this game was really good. Definitely give it a good rating. I give it a thumbs up rather. Four Sword Adventures. I don't know what it is. This game was really good. I gotta be honest though, I like the original Four Sword for Game Boy Advance and the Anniversary Collection on the 3DS. But this game was great, had a great adventure to it. Definitely try to play it. Wind Waker. I cannot say how tremendous they made this game look, especially on the HD version. I mean, it was just so creative with the graphics. A lot of people dislike the graphics, but I gotta say, I actually like the graphics, and I can't say any gamer has not played this. So this game actually includes 4 classic games, um, that being the original, wow, the original Legend of Zelda, Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link, Ocarina of Time, and Majora's Mask, and a 20-minute playable demo of Wind Waker. It has files based on certain places. The files names are named of the places you're in. Anyways, it's really good in case you want to catch up to the classics and you don't have an NES or an N64. Smash Brothers Melee, the predecessor of Smash Brothers Brawl. A lot of people enjoyed Melee more than Brawl for some reason. I don't know what it was, but I think the controlling and just the whole style of fighting was a lot better than Brawl. But I do have respect for both of them, especially maybe the new Smash Brothers for Nintendo 3DS and Wii U. They, how do I say this? I did download the demo for Smash Brothers for Nintendo 3DS, and I gotta say it was amazing. Wow, I can't understand. Wow, I'm losing my voice. I don't know what to say, particularly of the Paper Mario games. They are just thinking hard. I don't know how Nintendo went from Mario 64 to these games right here. These games are just super hard. And I don't know about you. I think they're great games. I just think they're hard. Unfortunately, I do have Super Paper Mario, but I thought it was terrible. That's why it's not in this collection here. Based on my opinion, I think these RPGs are slightly better. But it was a great game. A lot of people prefer the first one. I personally like the first one. I'm glad I beated it. I'm in the process of beating this one. Definitely give it a great rating. Last but not least, just an amazing game. I don't know why Nintendo doesn't bother making another game for this. The only thing I really have an issue with F-Zero is the fact that when you play Captain Falcon in Smash Brothers, but then you play his games, you're like wondering, where does he learn all of these moves? It just doesn't make any sense. I never understood why Captain Falcon doesn't get out of his car and does some sort of adventure or like free roam kind of style. I hope they do create games like these, like that, especially for the Wii U. But I enjoy this game so much, especially with the story mode. The story mode was hard, but you know what? It was a great game at the end of the day. So everybody, this is my Nintendo 64 collection. My Nintendo collection showing the Wii, GameCube. I used to have a Platinum GameCube that was bundled with the collector's edition of Zelda. Wow, this focus is terrible. So yeah, my Nintendo Wii, N64, controllers, accessories, games, and Nintendo Wii and GameCube games. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy this video, please leave a comment down below and leave a comment down below in the comment section. And like this video and be sure to subscribe for more videos. And until next time, this is Gaming Glitch Central, signing out.